I'm uber super duper excited for this weekend. It is Saturday currently. I am getting all of my thingies together because tomorrow I'm gonna sell my art at the flea market. It's been a little over a week since my first flea market table, and it didn't do extremely well. The plan was to try and gather all my artwork, take a chance, and sell it to the public. I was hella nervous and hella excited. I wanted to see what would sell and what wouldn't. And since it was my first table, I knew that I wouldn't sell out, but I still had that hope and expectation in the back of my head. I have a lot of paintings to sell, a lot of customized products to sell, and some clothes that I don't need anymore. I'm just gonna add that to the pile, and we're gonna try and make money. Emphasis on the try. I already priced a few things. I'm adding numbers to the back of each canvas for how much it costs, and then my handle, so that people can find me if they want more. And the next day, when it was finally flea market day, I felt more ready than ever. It is 4 in the morning. It's Sunday. It's flea market day. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna wear. I'm gonna do my makeup. I'm gonna make sure everything is packed, and then it's gonna be time to go. I'm so excited. My grandma's gonna be accompanying me, and then my boyfriend's gonna help me in the second half. We're gonna be only be there for 8 hours, so I'm super duper ready to go. My table was full of more than just my art. Since my grandmother was with me, she bought books, told me to bring some clothes that I didn't wear anymore, and a bunch of giving magazines that had been stashed away in my closet. All of those items were a safety net. The main thing I really wanted to sell was the art I worked on. It's like 5 in the morning. All of my stuff is packed outside. My grandma's gonna call a lift in a little bit, but it's go time. It's go time. I wanted to be there early so I could get a good table. I walked to Walmart to get me and my grandma breakfast. She's one of those ladies that has years of sage wisdom locked up in her brain, so we passed the time by her telling me stories of the time she used to sell at the flea market. About how she used to make $1K a week selling any clothes or jewelry her and her husband could find in good quality. Once we got inside, we got a real good spot by the front door. My grandma brought me everything I asked for the table. Tablecloths, a rack for clothes, and plastic bags for the people who make purchases. I was set. I was ready to go. I laid my paintings out, made receipts on index cards. For me, this trial run was going to be the insight on how well I do on selling my passion. 8 hours of vending, over 200 artworks laid out, a rack of clothes, and an almost $200 table if I had sold out. But I sold 3 items. None of them artworks. When I got home, I was left with a load of questions and a new sense of determination. In my head, the main question swimming up there was, what was I missing? I was looking back at how I priced everything, and I was considering if I had oversold myself, or if I was even presenting my artwork to the right crowd. And even then, how do I find the right crowd? Let's review the table really quick. I had clothes, books, gaming magazines, custom painted tote bags, pencil cases, and a bunch of acrylic paintings on canvas. In the 8 hours I was at the flea market, I had 4 transactions. The most that sold was 1 pencil case and 3 pieces of clothes, which means I made $19 off that table. I feel the need to be introspective because being a paid artist is something I really want. Really want. And one lackluster experience at the flea market isn't gonna deter me from getting to that point. So now I'm delving into ways to improve. Where do I need to keep going? What am I missing? How do I get my art at a decent enough point for me to be compensated? I think this time of introspection isn't just helpful to me, it's helpful to others who also want to get to where I want to get to. We draw, we plan, we work, and at times we feel stuck, but I think that's because most of the time, we don't have a group of creatives who relate. I've gone to art school, I've competed in art competitions, I'm going to get a graphic design degree in the next 4 years, and I know I'm not the only artist who's asked the question, when does the consumer see that artwork and deem it worthy of compensation? The flea market was just the start of many attempts to get my art off the ground. The journey is continuous, and I am determined to reach it to the end. Those $19 went to a very good cause since it bought me an entire dinner of Domino's pizza for me, myself, and I. So, it wasn't so bad. We're back in it. And that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and to all the artists out there, keep creating, keep trying. Follow me on all of my socials because I have those, and I will see you guys sometime in the future.